Today is the 3rd of August, 2025. We find ourselves in a remarkable corner of our planet. Here, just a short journey from Iceland's bustling capital, Reykjavik, lies a place of extraordinary peace. It is called Mosfellsbær. They call it the Green Town, and for a very good reason. It is a sanctuary of nature, a gentle landscape nestled between towering mountains and the wide, open sea. This is not a place of loud noises or hurried lives. Instead, it is a place where the rhythm of life is set by the seasons, by the slow and steady pulse of the earth itself. Here one can truly breathe and listen to the quiet stories the land has to tell. Mosfellsbær is special because it offers a unique kind of calm. It is a town that lives in harmony with its surroundings. The houses seem to rise naturally from the green fields, as if they have always been a part of the landscape. Let us now rise gently into the air, like a bird catching a thermal updraft. From this new perspective, the world below transforms. The town of Mosfellsbær unfolds beneath us like a beautifully detailed map. We can see the neat rows of houses, their colorful roofs like tiny jewels scattered across a carpet of green. The roads curve gracefully, following the natural contours of the land, like veins carrying life through the town. From up here, we see not just a town, but a community nestled comfortably in the palm of a giant green hand. We can trace the paths of the two main rivers, the Leirvogsá and the Varmá, as they glitter like silver ribbons in the sunlight. They wind their way through the valleys, their journey a constant gentle movement that has shaped this land over countless centuries. From this vantage point, we can also see the subtle signs of life. Tiny cars move slowly along the roads, their progress unhurried. We might spot people walking their dogs along the riverbanks, or perhaps a group of Icelandic horses grazing peacefully in a paddock. Looking out towards the horizon, we see the vastness of the Icelandic landscape. To one side, the dark blue waters of the bay, Kollafjörður, stretch out to meet the Atlantic Ocean. To the other, the land rises into dramatic volcanic mountains, their peaks often shrouded in mist. Mosfellsbær sits perfectly in between these two powerful elements, the sea and the mountains. From the air, we can truly appreciate its unique location. It is a sheltered haven, a place of calm protected by the ancient forces of nature that surround it. Now let us descend a little and focus our gaze on the valleys that cradle Mosfellsbær. These are the lungs of the town, the source of its nickname, the Green Town. The slopes of the hills are covered in a rich tapestry of green, a mosaic of different shades and textures. In the summer months, the landscape is incredibly lush and vibrant. It is a green that feels alive, almost humming with energy. This is not the uniform green of a manicured park, but a wild, natural green. It is a mixture of hardy grasses, resilient mosses, and low-lying shrubs that have adapted to the Icelandic climate. This blanket of green softens the rugged volcanic terrain, giving the landscape a gentle, welcoming appearance. The valleys, such as Mosfellsdalur, are not empty spaces. They are full of life and history. As we glide over them, we can see the gentle curves and dips in the land, sculpted by ancient glaciers and flowing water. Look closely at the surface of these green hills. You will see that it is not perfectly smooth. There are lines and patterns etched into the landscape. These are the tracks made by sheep, which roam freely across the hillsides during the summer. The valleys also hold other secrets. Hidden among the grasses, you might find patches of wild blueberries and crowberries. In late summer, these berries provide a feast for birds and a treat for local residents who know where to look. The color green has a profound effect on the human mind. It is a color of rest, of peace, and of life. To be surrounded by so much of it, as one is in Mosfellsbær, is to feel a deep sense of calm and rejuvenation. Two life-giving arteries flow through the heart of Mosfellsbær. They are the rivers Leirvogsá and Varmá. From our aerial perspective, they are threads of silver and blue, weaving their way through the green valleys. The Leirvogsá is the larger of the two, its name meaning Clay Bay River. It begins its journey high in the mountains and follows a winding path to the sea. It is a famous river, known throughout Iceland for its excellent salmon fishing. The other river, Varmá, has a special secret. Its name means warm river. This is because it is fed by geothermal springs which warm its waters naturally. Even on a cool day, you might see steam rising gently from its surface. This natural warmth makes the Varmá a unique and precious resource. It creates a special microclimate along its banks, allowing different kinds of plants to grow. As we follow the paths of these two rivers from above, we can see how they have shaped the land. They have carved out the valleys, smoothed the rough edges of the volcanic rock, and deposited fertile soil along their banks. They are the artists that have sculpted this peaceful scene. Along the riverbanks, we can see walking trails and quiet spots where people come to connect with nature. These rivers are not just features of the landscape, they are central to the life of the community. The sound of the rivers is a constant, gentle whisper that you can almost hear even from our high vantage point. It is the voice of the landscape. The Leirvogsá murmurs as it tumbles over smooth stones, while the Varmá sighs as its warm steam meets the cool air. These sounds are the natural soundtrack of Mosfellsbær. They speak of continuity, of a process that has been happening for thousands of years and will continue for thousands more. The rivers are a symbol of the constant, gentle flow of time and nature. They are the peaceful pulse of this remarkable town, a source of both life and profound tranquility. Watching over Mosfellsbær like a sleeping giant is the magnificent Mount Esja. This is not a single peak, but a long, flat-topped mountain range that really dominates the skyline to the north. From our aerial view, we can see its full scale and majesty. Its slopes are a patchwork of dark volcanic rock, green moss, and patches of snow near its summit. Mount Esja is more than just a mountain. It is a landmark, a constant presence in the lives of the people below. Its mood changes with the weather and the light. On a clear day, its features are sharp and detailed. On a cloudy day, it can seem mysterious and remote, its top hidden in the clouds. The mountain is ancient, formed by volcanic eruptions millions of years ago and later carved by the immense power of glaciers. We can see the layers of different rock types in its cliffs, a geological storybook telling of a fiery and icy past. Despite its dramatic history, Mount Esja now has a peaceful and protective presence. It acts as a natural barrier, sheltering Mosfellsbær from the harsh northern winds. It creates a sense of enclosure and safety, making the valley feel like a secluded sanctuary. Mount Esja is not the only peak watching over the town. Mosfellsbær is surrounded by a ring of smaller mountains and hills, each with its own character. There are names like Ulfarsfell and Helgafell. From the air, we can see how they form a natural amphitheater around the town. These hills are crisscrossed with hiking trails, inviting residents and visitors to explore their gentle slopes. Climbing these hills offers breathtaking views of the town, the bay, and the wider landscape. They are places of recreation and solitude, where one can escape into nature just a few steps from home. These mountains are a vital part of the Icelandic identity. They are a source of myths and legends, stories of elves and hidden folk who are said to live in the rocks. Yet from our perspective, flying gently above, they do not appear threatening. Instead, they seem like ancient, benevolent guardians. They are the silent, majestic protectors of Mosfellsbær's cinematic calm. Let us now drift lower, over the residential heart of Mosfellsbær. Here we see life unfolding at a gentle pace. The houses are a mix of modern designs and more traditional Icelandic styles, but they all share a sense of being connected to the landscape. Many homes have large windows to let in the precious light and to offer views of the surrounding hills and mountains. The gardens are neat and tidy, often filled with hardy, colorful flowers that thrive in the short summer. There are no high walls or fences here. Instead, gardens often blend into one another, creating a sense of open, shared space. As we hover above, we notice the many green spaces woven into the fabric of the town itself. There are small parks, playgrounds for children, and sports fields. These are not just decorative. They are well-used spaces where the community comes together. One of the most interesting features we can see from above is the network of paths. There are paths for walking, for cycling, and even for horse riding. These trails connect the different neighborhoods and lead out into the surrounding nature. A little-known fact is that Mosfellsbær has one of the highest numbers of horse stables per capita in Iceland. The Icelandic horse is a cherished part of the culture, and these paths allow riders to explore the beautiful landscape right from their doorstep. The overall impression is one of profound peace and order. There are no traffic jams, no crowds, no sense of urgency. The town seems to breathe in and out with the rhythm of the day. The schools are close to the homes, the shops are conveniently located, and everything is designed on a human scale. It is a model of how a community can provide all the comforts of modern life while maintaining a deep and respectful connection to the natural world. This quiet heart of the town is the human element of Mosfellsbær's calm, a community living in gentle harmony with its stunning surroundings. The landscape of Mosfellsbær is not just a place of natural beauty, it is also a landscape rich with history. As we fly over the valley of Mosfellsdalur, we are flying over land that has been inhabited for over 1,000 years. This area was once home to one of the most powerful chieftains of the Viking Age, a man named Egil Skallagrimsson. He was a famous poet and warrior, and the Icelandic sagas tell us that he spent his final years here. According to one of these sagas, Egil, in his old age, hid a treasure chest filled with silver somewhere in this area before he died. He is said to have buried it near a hot spring, so that no one could ever find it. For centuries, people have searched for this legendary treasure, but it has never been found. As we look down upon the landscape, with its many hills, rivers, and steaming geothermal areas, it is easy to imagine this ancient secret still lying hidden somewhere beneath the green moss. This story adds a layer of mystery and romance to the peaceful scenery, connecting the present-day town to its dramatic Viking past. From the air, we can see the shapes of the land that would have been familiar to Egil and the other early settlers. The mountains, the rivers, and the coastline have changed very little over the last millennium. We can see the locations of ancient farmsteads, some of which are still active farms today. These farms have been passed down through families for generations, creating a continuous link to the past. The very name of the town, Mosfellsbær, which means Moss Hill Town, is ancient. It connects the place to the landscape, to the mossy hills that have defined it since the first people arrived. This deep history is not always visible on the surface, but it is felt. The calm we feel here is not just from the nature, but also from this long, unbroken history. It is the peace of a place that knows its own story, a story that is written into the very rocks and rivers of the land itself. One of the most remarkable secrets of Mosfellsbær lies hidden deep underground. Iceland is a land of fire and ice, a place where the Earth's crust is thin and the heat from its molten core is close to the surface. This geothermal energy is a powerful force, and in Mosfellsbær, it is harnessed in a wonderfully gentle way. As we look down, we can see the evidence of this hidden power. We see the steam rising from the Varmá River, and we might spot the silver pipes that carry hot water from boreholes in the ground to the homes and swimming pools of the town. This is nature's own central heating system. This natural hot water is a gift from the earth. It provides clean, sustainable energy for the entire community, but the geothermal energy is used for more than just heating. Here in Mosfellsbær, it is used to grow food. From our aerial view, we can see several large greenhouses. Inside these structures, the geothermal heat creates a warm, stable climate, allowing farmers to grow vegetables and flowers that would not normally survive in Iceland's cool weather. It is a beautiful example of humans working cleverly with nature to create abundance. This geothermal activity has also shaped the culture of the town. Like all Icelanders, the people of Mosfellsbær love to swim. The town has 2 wonderful swimming pools, which are filled with naturally warm geothermal water. These pools are open to the sky, and people swim in them all year round, even when it is snowing. The swimming pool is a social center, a place where neighbors meet to chat and relax. Imagine floating in the warm, soothing water, with the cool, fresh air on your face, looking up at the mountains. It is a unique and deeply relaxing experience, a way of life made possible by the town's geothermal secret. The presence of this geothermal energy contributes to the overall feeling of peace and well-being in Mosfellsbær. It is a silent, invisible force that provides warmth, comfort, and life. It is a reminder that this land is alive and powerful, but that its power can be gentle and nurturing. This natural warmth seems to seep into the very atmosphere of the town, creating a sense of being cared for and protected by the earth itself. It is a warm embrace from nature, a secret source of comfort that makes Mosfellsbær not just a beautiful place, but also a deeply comforting one. Our flight over Mosfellsbær is coming to an end. As we slowly descend, the details of the landscape come back into focus. We see the individual leaves on the trees, the textures of the moss on the rocks, and the gentle ripples on the surface of the river. The grand cinematic view from above transforms back into an intimate, personal landscape. We have seen the town from a bird's eye perspective, and now we are invited to imagine ourselves walking within it. The journey is not over. It is simply changing. The peace and quiet we observed from the sky can now be experienced on the ground. Imagine yourself here in this moment. You are standing on a soft, mossy path beside the Varmá river. You can feel the gentle warmth rising from the water and hear its quiet, murmuring song. You take a deep breath of the clean, cool air. In the distance, the majestic Mount Esja stands guard, its ancient presence a source of comfort and stability. There are no loud noises, no crowds, no rush. There is only the sound of the river, the rustle of the wind in the grass, and the vast open sky above. This is the essence of Mosfellsbær's calm. It is a feeling of being completely at peace with the world. This town offers a simple but profound gift, the chance to reconnect with nature and with ourselves. It invites us to slow down, to listen, and to see the beauty in the small, quiet moments. Whether it is watching the clouds drift over the mountains, feeling the warmth of a geothermal pool, or simply walking through the green valleys, Mosfellsbær provides a sanctuary for the soul. So let this journey be an invitation to seek out the quiet places in our world and in our own lives. The cinematic calm of Mosfellsbær is not just a feature of a distant Icelandic town, it is a state of mind that we can all find. As we land, we carry with us the memory of this green town, a peaceful haven nestled between the mountains and the sea, forever offering its gentle, calming embrace.